Hey y'all, welcome back to A Dinosaur in the Library. I'm Dawn and this is Vlogmas Day 4. And so far we're on track to do this every day, so yay me! I'm very excited. I've been trying to film a couple a day so that I'm a few days ahead. I didn't have time to bulk film, which I know some people do, but you know, 2 or 3 a day, or at least every other day, that works. So today I just want to talk, there's a couple of Christmas books that I want to mention, but for the most part I'm going to do my top 10 Christmas movies, because as much as I love to read, I also really love movies, and Christmas movies are actually some of my favorites. And I'll watch them all year round, but that's probably the fault of my mom. My mom really loves the holidays, so I grew up getting very attached to holiday movies. For all holidays, not just Christmas, but there just seem to be a lot of Christmas movies, so I have more to work with. But before I do that, I do want to mention 2 Christmas books. So the first one hasn't been out that long, and it's not like it's a Christmas tradition for me, but it's one of the few books I have that actually specifically deals with Christmas, and that's Sharon McCrum's Nora Bonesteel's Christmas Past, and it's a novella in the ballad novel series. So if you've never read the series, it might be a little weird reading this because you don't know anything about the characters or anything, but I think you could probably get away with it. But you should definitely pick up the ballad novels in general. But this is about my favorite character in the entire series. That's Nora Bonesteel, and this was awesome. I was very excited to find out when she announced that this was coming out. It was very awesome. And then the other one is a Christmas tradition for me. I reread this book every single year. It's a kid's book. It's not very long. It's what, like 80 pages, and the print's like this. But it's The Best Christmas Pageant Ever by Barbara Robinson. And if you've read this, you know that it's about this town with this horrible family called the Herdmans. And these children are demon spawn. But they end up in the Christmas pageant at the church, and it's just really amusing to me. And for some reason, I've just always loved this book. And there's actually 3 books, which I did not know until I was much older. It's the Best Christmas Pageant Ever, The Best School Year Ever, and The Best Halloween Ever. So if you really like this book, you should definitely go check those out. They are still in print because I just bought them in the last couple of years. So, pro tip. But as I've said before on this channel, I'm not actually Christian. I'm pagan. I don't really have a huge, obviously I'm pagan. I don't subscribe to the whole Jesus being the reason for the season and stuff, and this book has a lot to do with, you know, the church pageant and everything, but it's not a very it's not like it's a preachy book. It's just a really adorable book. And so if you aren't Christian, you know, it's not like it's a book to preach at you. It's just involves the church and the Christmas pageant. But it's one of my favorite things to do every year is to reread this book. I will probably be doing that in the next weekend or 2. I've been kind of holding it off because I enjoy it so much, and it's kind of like one of those things I look forward to. So, but this is awesome and one of my favorite things. So now, my top 10 favorite Christmas movies, mostly in no particular order, but I'll talk about my very favorite one last. So first things first, last year I got, my mom got me a copy of this. Okay, so She-Ra was one of my favorite things in the entire world when I was little, and she found me the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special on DVD. Yes, people, it does exist on DVD. I love this. And I will probably be watching this very soon. On the back it even says, "For the ho-ho honor of Grayskull." So during a trip to Earth, Orko learns about the origins of Christmas and brings its traditions back to Eternia. But while goodwill and holiday cheer spread throughout the royal palace, Skeletor and Hordak join forces to put an end to the merry festivities. So it's an Eternia version of the Grinch sort of thing, but I love this, and it's a piece of my childhood that I'm so glad that I have a copy of now. Number 9. Again, these are sort of not in order. I'm lumping together Charlie Brown and most of the Rankin Bass specials. So like Rudolph and The Year Without a Santa Claus, all of those. I love those. I will watch them anytime they're on. I have them on DVD. I have the whole box set that has all of them on there. So I definitely get a chance to watch those every year. Okay, number 8, Gremlins. People forget that Gremlins was a Christmas movie, but it was. I love that movie. Gizmo, I had, when I was in kindergarten, I had a green backpack with Gizmo on it. And I still wish I had that backpack. I would totally use it as a purse. Somebody get on that for me. Thank you. Next up is Home Alone. It's a cheeseball movie, I know, but I remember going to see it in the theaters and it was hilarious then. I don't laugh at it as much now. It's a little bit of a strange movie, but it's also kind of heartwarming, and it's, you know, it's sort of a Christmas classic at this point. The next one is, of course, A Christmas Story. My wife actually doesn't like A Christmas Story. The younger brother gets on her nerves. He's supposed to, but I love A Christmas Story. I've already watched it once this year, and I'm sure I will be watching it again. And when they have the marathon on TBS, I will usually put it on in the background as I'm doing things around the house, because I love that movie so very much. The next one is Jingle All the Way. And I don't know if all of you know Jingle All the Way or not. It has Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad in it. And it's, yeah. If you have not seen this movie, you should definitely go watch it. I don't know if it's on Netflix or something like that. Maybe on Hulu or somewhere. But it's awesome. And we finally have a copy. We got one a couple of years ago. And we watch it every single year. It's one of my wife's favorites. The next one is Scrooged, starring Bill Murray. So a retelling of A Christmas Story by Charles Dickens, with Bill Murray as the TV executive. So good. Oh my God. I love that movie. Ugh. Cannot sing its praises too much. Next is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with, of course, Chevy Chase. I actually just watched this movie on Thanksgiving when I was over at my mom's for dinner. This is, I think, probably her favorite Christmas movie of all time, and it's right up there in the top 3 for me. Actually, I guess this kind of did go in order, but I found a little squirrel ornament, and if you've seen the movie, you know why. I put it on the inside of the tree, so it's almost to the trunk, like it's hiding in the tree, so yeah, specifically because of that movie. 25,000 imported Italian twinkle lights, y'all. Okay, number 1 and 2 are really tied, so we'll say that this next one is my favorite cartoon Christmas movie, and it's another Rankin Bass special, but it is by itself because I love it so very much. And similar to The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, it's a religious based one, but it's always been one of my favorites. I've loved it since I was little, and that's Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey. So Nestor is born in a stable in the Middle East, and he has these long ears that drag the ground, and everybody picks on him, and just, yeah, but he ends up doing something really awesome, and I love it so much. I cry every freaking year. Every year I watch this and I cry, and I finally have it on DVD. It took me quite a number of years to get it, but I do have it on DVD now, and it's a staple in my house. And my very favorite Christmas movie of all time, and I am still mad about this. So my favorite Christmas movie of all time was a TV movie made back in the 80s starring Dolly Parton and Lee Majors, and it is A Smoky Mountain Christmas. So it's sort of a retelling of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs based at Christmas, and Dolly Parton is a country singer in the film, and she goes up into the mountains to kind of hide out for Christmas, and she discovers this cabin full of orphans, and of course you could imagine what ensues. And Lee Majors plays this like mountain man, and there's a mountain witch, and it's just a clueless sheriff, and yeah, it is my favorite Christmas movie, and actually one of my top, with Back to the Future, one of my 2 favorite movies of all time, period. I finally have a bootleg version on my computer, and I really hate that. I want to buy it. I want a good copy on DVD, but it does not exist. I have found a few online, but what they are is bootlegs of when people would VHS record it off of TV because it was a TV movie. Hallmark Channel and the Country Music Channel sometimes play it at Christmas, but I finally did get a kind of a bootleg one on my computer. I would be more than happy to pay for this movie. Please put it on DVD, please. But I think that there are several versions on YouTube if you're interested in watching it. Just when you search Smoky Mountain Christmas Dolly Parton, because you're going to end up with a lot of other weird things that are not this movie. but it's super cute and it's one of the best things ever created on the face of the earth. So those are my top Christmas movie picks. What are some of your favorite movies to watch at the holiday season? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.